The first debate. The galaxy was never quiet, but on that day it became louder than ever. From one end of the stars to the other, every channel carried the same shocking news. A human ship had been seen inside the Forbidden Zone. The Forbidden Zone was not an ordinary place. For thousands of years, maps marked it with black warning signs. No trade routes crossed it. No colonies were built near it. Stories of lost explorers and broken fleets surrounded it. Entire species warned their children never to speak of that place, and yet the impossible had happened. Scanners from a neutral station caught a glimpse, just for a few seconds, of a ship. Its signal was human. The Council gathers on the shining world of Vera Prime. The Galactic Council met in an emergency session. Hundreds of alien leaders gathered in the Great Chamber. Tall insectoids with glowing eyes, soft-skinned water breathers, sitting in tanks, winged beings who never touched the floor. All of them spoke at once. "The humans are playing tricks," one delegate shouted. "It is false data," another cried. "No ship of theirs could enter the zone and live." The Dalai chamber shook with noise. At the high seat, Chancellor Drevin, a scaled being with silver armor, raised his hand. Silence fell slowly. "Order," he said. "We must discuss this with reason. Reports say a human ship was there. But we must decide, does it truly exist?" Voices of doubt. Ambassador Reinl, a tall serpent-like alien, hissed loudly. "It cannot be real. Humans are young. Their fleets are small. They have no knowledge of the deep powers. If one of their ships is inside the zone, it is only an illusion." Many delegates nodded. They wanted to believe it was fake. The idea of humans breaking the oldest taboo frightened them. Another voice spoke, deep and booming. General Kator of the warlike Guruk race slammed his claw on the table. "I agree, it is a trick. Some other empire is disguising their ship as human. Perhaps the Krail, perhaps the Drath. They want us to fight among ourselves." Suspicion spread. No one trusted the others. Voices of fear, but not all agreed. Ambassador Lavari of the Shaylin race rose slowly. She was small, her body thin and her eyes black like glass. Her voice was soft, but every word was clear. "If it was truly a human ship, then we should be afraid. Humans are reckless. They are explorers. They go where others fear to go. Perhaps they entered the zone and returned." The chamber filled with whispers. Some laughed at the thought, others trembled. "What if they found something inside?" Lavari asked. "What if they brought it back?" The silence that followed was heavier than any shout. Divided opinions soon, every side argued. The skeptics, "It's false, do not waste time." The fearful, "It is real, and it means doom." The suspicious, "It is not human at all. Someone is using their name." Chancellor Drevin tried to calm them, but his own voice shook. "Until we have proof, we cannot act. But the zone has always destroyed all who entered. If the humans survived, they may know something we do not. That knowledge could change the balance of the galaxy." The word hung in the air. Balance. Everyone knew the truth. The galaxy was delicate. For centuries, no one empire had ruled. All species shared power and fragile peace. If humans had a secret from the zone, everything could collapse. The message from Earth at that very moment, a transmission came from Earth itself. The human ambassador appeared as a hologram, dressed in simple dark clothes. His face was calm, but his eyes revealed strain. "Honorable Council," he began, "we deny these claims. No ship of ours has entered the Forbidden Zone. We respect the ancient warnings as all others do. This rumor is false." His words were smooth, official, practiced. But even through the signal, many felt unease. Was he lying? Was he hiding something? General Kator growled. "Cowards. If it was not you, then prove it. Show us your fleets, open your records." The human ambassador only bowed. "We have nothing to hide, but we will not be insulted." Then the signal ended. The chamber exploded. Again, some shouted that humans were innocent. Others swore the denial was the greatest proof of all. Suspense builds. By the end of the day, no decision was reached. The council broke apart, every delegate returning to their worlds with fear in their hearts. Some prepared armies, others sent spies toward human space. A few even sent secret fleets toward the zone itself, hoping to learn the truth before anyone else. And across the stars, ordinary citizens asked the same question. Did a human ship truly appear where no ship should ever exist? No answer came. Only whispers. But in the dark, beyond the reach of the council, something stirred inside the zone. Something ancient. Something waiting. And perhaps, just perhaps, the humans had already spoken with it. The witness. The debate in the Galactic Council did not end the mystery. It only spread it further. Worlds far from the capital whispered about the Forbidden Zone. News channels replayed the signal again and again, showing the faint image of what might have been a human ship. Merchants avoided the space near the zone. Soldiers sharpened their weapons. Scientists argued in universities, but no one had proof, until one ship claimed to see it with their own eyes. The merchant captain. The witness was not a soldier, not a spy, not even a hero. He was a merchant captain named Harun Vale. Harun was known for taking dangerous routes. He carried rare crystals from the mining belts of Zalvek to the rich worlds of the inner core. He was not famous, but among traders he had a reputation. Brave, enough to fly close to danger, smart enough to escape it. On the day that changed everything, his ship, the Star Wind, drifted near the border of the Forbidden Zone. Not inside. Never inside. But close enough to feel the silence of space pressing heavier than usual. His crew begged him not to go near. "Captain, this is madness," one said. "The zone eats fleets. It swallows whole armadas." Harun only smiled. "Relax. We won't cross the line. But traders who take risks find riches. Besides," he looked at the black emptiness ahead. "I want to see it with my own eyes." The first glimpse at first, there was nothing. Just the endless void of the zone, dark, empty, silent. No stars, no signals, no beacons. Then, without warning, the scanners lit up. "Contact," shouted the sensor officer. "Bearing, impossible. It's right in front of us." The crew froze. On the screen appeared a shape, a ship, not alien, not like the elegant curves of the Varen fleets nor the spiked dreadnoughts of the Guruk. This one was plain, metal gray, human. Harun's heart slammed in his chest. Magnify it. The image grew clearer. The ship had human markings, the kind Earth used decades ago, but its surface glowed with strange energy, as if stitched with light. Around it, space itself seemed to bend, like ripples in water. The crew stared in silence. A human ship. Inside the Forbidden Zone. Strange movements. "It's not moving like any ship I've seen," whispered the pilot. Indeed, the vessel drifted forward slowly, but at moments it seemed to flicker. One instant it was close, the next it looked far away. Distances twisted, confused. "Captain, I think it's not traveling normally," the sensor officer said. "It's sliding through something. Another layer of space." Harun clenched his fists. "Record everything, every detail." Then the strangest thing happened. The ship turned, slowly, deliberately, and faced them. The bridge of the Star Wind went cold. Everyone felt it, the weight of a gaze, though no eyes looked at them. The human ship seemed to stare. The warning of voice suddenly filled the comms. Not a signal they could trace, not a language they could explain. It was human speech, but distorted, stretched like echoes from a deep cave. "Leave," it whispered. "Leave this place." The crew panicked. "Captain, we must go, we must." Harun's throat went dry. He forced his voice to stay calm. "Do not run. If it wanted us destroyed, we would be gone already." The whisper came again, louder. "Leave, before you see what we have seen." Then silence. The ship flickered one last time, and vanished. No warp trail, No jump signature. One moment there, the next gone. Return to the council. When Haroun returned to safer space, he carried the recording. The footage spread faster than wildfire. Every station replayed the grainy image of the strange human ship and the chilling voice. Some called him a liar. They said he had faked the video for fame. Others believed him completely, pointing to the bending of space and the ancient design of the ship. When he was summoned to the council, Haroun stood in the center of the chamber. "I saw it with my own eyes," he told them. It was no trick, no alien disguise, it was human. But it was not normal. That ship carried something with it, something wrong. Space bent around it, and its warning was clear. Do not follow. The chamber erupted in chaos once again. Doubt and fear skeptics mocked him. A traitor chasing fame, fearful voices screamed. The humans know a secret weapon. Suspicious minds hissed. It is no human ship. It is a ghost, a shadow, a lie. Chancellor Drevin slammed his hand for silence. Enough. Witness Vale has spoken. We will analyze the evidence. But deep inside, even Drevin felt the cold chill of the voice. Leave, before you see what we have seen. Spreading rumors across the galaxy, ordinary beings whispered. If the humans truly found something inside the zone, what could it be? A weapon? A curse? A knowledge too dark to share? Merchants avoided the trade routes near the zone. Armies prepared for war. And in human space, silence ruled. Earth gave no answer, no explanation. The mystery grew larger than before, and somewhere hidden in the dark the ship drifted once more, waiting to be seen again. Fear spreads. The galaxy was never calm, but after the witness returned it became restless like a storm. Haroun Vale's recording of the mysterious human ship spread faster than fire in dry forests. On every screen, across every world, beings replayed the chilling words. Leave, before you see what we have seen. The voice was human, yet wrong. Too deep, too stretched, too filled with weight no mortal voice should carry. And now, fear spread from planet to planet, like a disease. Ordinary. Worlds in panic on farming colonies. People locked their doors at night even though no danger could reach them. On trade stations, merchants whispered, the humans went into the forbidden zone, and they came back changed. On distant moons, priests declared it a prophecy. The zone has chosen the humans. Something ancient walks with them now. Children asked their parents if humans were monsters. Soldiers polished their weapons with trembling hands. No one felt safe. Governments in doubt in the great cities of alien empires, leaders held secret meetings. The Veyran Republic feared war. If humans found a weapon inside the zone, the balance of the galaxy will fall, said their prime speaker. The Guruk warlords prepared fleets. We cannot wait. If humans bring darkness upon us, we must strike first. The Shalan scientists argued. No. If humans survived, then the zone is not what we thought. We must learn how. But no one agreed. The galaxy was not united. Every empire thought the others were hiding something. Rumors and lies. The fear gave birth to lies. Some claimed they had seen more ships, fleets of human vessels moving silently inside the zone. Others swore they had heard more voices, not just warnings but promises. Follow us, and you will know the truth. None of these claims were proven. Yet in times of fear, lies became truth faster than facts. News channels showed endless debates. Was Haroun Vale a hero or a fraud? Was the ship human or an alien trick? Every voice added fuel to the fire. Human silence. And what of the humans themselves? They said nothing. Earth released no new statements. Human fleets did not move. Their colonies went about life as usual, or so it seemed. But silence in times of fear was more dangerous than noise. Aliens looked at that silence and thought, they are hiding something. They know the truth, but they will not share it. The more Earth denied, the less anyone believed them. A growing shadow in dark cantinas and busy markets. Smugglers whispered of strange happenings. Ships close to the zone reported malfunctions. Engines cut out for no reason. Lights flickered. Some claimed to see shadows of ships where none existed. One trader described hearing a voice through his comms even with the system turned off. "Leave this place." The fear grew. But with fear came greed. The treasure hunters. Not everyone ran from the mystery. Some ran toward it. Treasure hunters, scavengers, and desperate captains dreamed of what might lie inside the zone. If the humans had found something powerful, then others wanted it too. "Perhaps it is ancient technology," said one smuggler. "Perhaps it is a weapon beyond empires. Whoever controls it will rule the stars." Small fleets of fortune seekers began moving closer to the zone, hoping to see what Harun Vel had seen. Most never returned. Those few who came back were silent, their eyes wide with terror, refusing to speak, and that silence was worse than words. The council in chaos. Back at the Galactic Council, the leaders met again. But the chamber was no longer filled with arguments. It was filled with shouting. "Humans must be punished," cried one delegate. "We must invade their worlds before they unleash what they found," roared another. "No," countered a calmer voice. "We must study them. We must learn what they touched." Chancellor Drevin tried to calm the storm. "We have no proof," he said again and again. "We have only one recording. Fear will destroy us faster than truth." But his words fell on deaf ears. Fear had already spread too far. Among the people on alien streets, mobs formed. Human traders were attacked in markets. Human diplomats were spat upon in foreign stations. Some were even killed by angry crowds who screamed, "Keep your cursed secrets away from us." For the first time, humans were not seen as the young race of explorers. They were seen as the bringers of doom, and still Earth said nothing. The darkest whisper one night, across several worlds at once, a strange signal appeared. It was not from humans. It was not from any empire. The same words echoed on thousands of comms at the same moment. "It watches, it waits, it knows you." Panic broke out. Ships fired on shadows. Armies prepared for war against an enemy they could not see. The Forbidden Zone grew larger in the minds of billions. No longer just a dark place on a map. It was now a living terror, reaching out across the stars. Suspense builds, and somewhere, inside that eternal silence, the human ship drifted again. Unseen. Unknown. Waiting. Some swore it was only one ship. Others whispered it was many. But all agreed on one thing. The zone was no longer empty. It had chosen humans, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The chase, the rumors could not be controlled anymore. The galaxy was drowning in fear, and when fear grows too heavy, it always demands action. That action came in the form of war fleets. The fleets prepare it began with the Guric warlords. Proud, violent, and eager for glory, they announced, "If the humans will not explain themselves, then we will drag the truth out of the zone." They sent 5 great battle cruisers toward the dark border. Their ships were covered in spikes built to tear apart enemies. Crews cheered, certain they would crush whatever lay inside. Soon after, the Veyron Republic sent a research fleet. They claimed it was only to study, not to fight, but their carriers were heavy with weapons other empires followed. No one trusted the others to hold such secrets alone. Within weeks, more than 20 fleets from across the stars drifted closer to the zone. The chase had begun. The forbidden silence. The zone waited. No stars glowed inside. No signals escaped. The border shimmered like a black wall, as if space itself had been cut away. The fleets halted at the edge. Engines roared, weapons hummed, scanners reached into the dark, but nothing came back. Admirals gave orders. "Advance slowly. Do not cross too deep. Stay together." And so, the mighty fleets slid into the Forbidden Zone, like hunters entering a cave where no light lived. First contact. At first, all was calm. Too calm. The silence of the zone pressed heavy on every crew. Soldiers whispered, though no sound could carry in the void. Pilots felt their hands sweat. Then, without warning, a scream cut through comms. "Ship down, the scout cruiser is gone." Screens showed only wreckage, twisted metal drifting where a vessel had been a second before. No explosion, no attacker, just gone. Panic spread across the fleets. Some ships fired blindly into the dark. Others pulled back, desperate to escape. But then, it appeared. The human ship returns in the heart of the zone. Shapes flickered. At first, a shadow. Then a glow. Then, clear as day, the human ship. It drifted forward silently, gray hull shining faintly with blue cracks of impossible energy. It was small compared to the mighty alien cruisers, yet its presence felt heavier than all of them combined. The fleets froze, thousands of eyes across dozens of bridges locked on the same image. "It's real," someone whispered. The ship did not fire, it did not flee. It only moved slowly as if watching. "The chase begins," an admiral of the Guruk growled. "Target it. Destroy it before it can escape." Cannons charged. Beams of light tore across the void, aiming straight for the human vessel. But the moment the weapons fired, the ship vanished. Not destroyed, not broken, simply gone. Shouts filled the comms. "Where did it go? Scanners can't lock on." "It's behind us." And there it was, appearing again, far behind the fleets, drifting, in silence like a ghost. Admirals barked orders. Ships spun, chasing it through the dark. They fired again, but every time the human vessel flickered away, always reappearing just out of reach. It was not running. It was leading them. Into the trap, the chase grew wild. Fleets scattered across the zone, each desperate to claim victory. "Push, forward," cried one admiral. "Follow it deeper," shouted another. But the deeper they went, the darker it grew. Signals cut out. Ships lost contact. Entire squadrons vanished into the black, never sending word again. Still, the admirals pushed on. Pride and fear blinded them. None wanted to turn back first, and all the while the human ship drifted just ahead, calm, untouchable. The wreckage. Hours later, the survivors began to see it. Wreckage. Floating corpses of ships, not from their fleets, but older. Alien vessels no one recognized. Designs long extinct, crushed and torn apart as if they had been trapped there for centuries. The sight chilled every crew. The zone was not empty. It was a graveyard. One pilot whispered, "How many came here before us? How many never returned?" No one answered. The final warning. When panic reached its peak, the human ship stopped moving. It hung in the black, energy, cracks glowing brighter like veins of lightning across its hull. Then a voice filled every channel at once. Not whispers this time, but thunder. "You were warned." The words shook every ship. Systems flickered, lights died, engines screamed as if the void itself was crushing them. One by one, vessels collapsed, torn apart by invisible hands. Crews screamed as their ships split open into silence. Only a few managed to retreat, engines burning at full power, fleeing the zone before the darkness swallowed them too. Aftermath. When the survivors returned, their fleets were broken. Half their ships gone, admirals dead, crews shattered by fear. But their stories were the same. They had seen the human ship. They had chased it. And they had been punished. The galaxy trembled. If one ship could lead entire fleets to ruin, what power did humans truly hold? Suspense builds. And yet, questions burned hotter than ever. Was the ship truly human? Or was something inside the zone using a human image? If humans controlled it, why had it spared some yet destroyed others? No empire could agree. But one truth was certain. The chase had failed. The mystery was deeper than ever. And the Forbidden Zone was no longer a place to fear from afar. It was a storm, and the galaxy was already inside it. The secret. The galaxy had seen fleets burn, admirals vanish, and soldiers scream in the silence of the Forbidden Zone. But even after the great chase ended in disaster, no one was satisfied. Fear had spread everywhere, but fear alone was not enough. Now the galaxy wanted answers, and some were willing to risk everything to find them. The brave explorers, it was not the great warlords who returned to the zone. Their pride was broken, their ships half destroyed. Instead, it was the smaller powers, the curious, the desperate, the reckless, who decided to search again. They did not send armies. They sent scientists. Tiny scout vessels, cloaked and silent, crept toward the darkness with one mission: to scan the human ship up close. The galaxy wanted proof. If the ship was truly human, then the balance of power had already shifted. If it was not, then something older and stranger was using the human name as a mask. First discovery. The first team came from the Shaylin Science Guild. Their vessel, the Truth Seeker, was small with instruments sharper than any blade. Days passed in silence. Then one night their signal reached back. "We found it," whispered the captain. His voice trembled, but it carried the weight of history. "We found the human ship again." The transmission was short but clear. The scans revealed details no one had seen before. The ship was indeed human in design, but ancient. Its shape matched models used by Earth in its earliest days of space travel, long before humans had even joined the Council. Yet it did not look broken or weak. Its hull pulsed with energy veins, glowing with technology no human should ever have. The question was clear: who had changed it? A dangerous scan. The Truth Seeker grew bolder. They pushed closer, daring to scan deeper into the vessel's heart. At first, the readings made no sense. Metal that was both human and alien, engines that bent light itself, a core that twisted gravity. Then, the strangest signal of all, life signs. The crew gasped. There were humans inside, at least the scanners claimed so. But the signatures were faint, distorted, like echoes of people rather than real bodies. The captain sent one final report. "It is not empty. It carries something alive, or something pretending to be alive." Then the transmission ended. The Truth Seeker never returned. Rumors grow. The news spread quickly, though the evidence was thin. Some shouted, "Humans survived the zone for centuries." Others whispered, "No, those are not humans. They are shadows wearing human faces." The galaxy divided even further. Trust broke apart like glass. Some empires demanded war. Certain humans were hiding dark power. Others wanted peace, begging for calm study. Many called for isolation, believing the zone itself was cursed. But no one could ignore the truth. The human ship was not a trick. It was real. It was ancient. And it carried secrets no one understood. A brave approach weeks later. Another small vessel tried again. This one came from the Neutral Explorers Guild, sworn only to observe. Their report was stranger still. "We reached within 1 kilometer, the explorer said. The ship opened its hull. A door. Like it was waiting for us, the crew argued. Some wanted to enter. Others begged to flee. In the end, fear won. They turned away, leaving the door behind. But even as they left, a voice followed them, soft, but heavy, inside every crew member's head. "You are not ready." They never spoke of it again. The Council's secret. Inside the Galactic Council, Chancellor Drevin listened to these reports with cold eyes. Publicly, the Council claimed nothing was proven, but in secret, Drevin and his advisors kept their own records. They saw the scans, they read the logs, and one truth became clear. The ship was human, but not of this time. How could that be? Humans had never built such a vessel. Unless they had help. Some whispered the zone itself had taken an old human ship, reshaped it, and sent it back as a messenger. Others feared it was worse, that something inside the zone had claimed humans as its chosen race. Humanity in question, on Earth. The silence grew heavier. The human government gave no answers, but rumors leaked from within. Some said human scientists were studying old records, searching for ships that had vanished centuries ago. Others claimed Earth's leaders already knew the truth. One of their ancient expeditions had entered the zone long ago and never returned. If so, then the ship inside was not new. It was a ghost from humanity's forgotten past, carrying secrets across time. Suspense builds. The galaxy trembled with the weight of the mystery. Was the ship alive? Were humans inside it still? Or had something else taken their form? The Forbidden Zone gave no answers. The ship offered no peace. It only appeared when it wished, drifted where it pleased, and vanished when chased. But one fact could no longer be denied. The secret was real. And if humans had truly touched the power of the zone, then the galaxy's future belonged to them, or to whatever had changed them. And somewhere, in the silent dark, the ship pulsed again with blue cracks of light. A secret alive, waiting to be revealed, the witness truth. The galaxy could argue forever, but arguments never bring truth. Rumors, whispers, theories, they filled the stars like smoke. But one crew, one ship, would go farther than any before. And they would see the truth with their own eyes. The mission, the ship was called Starlance, a small vessel from the Neutral Explorers Guild. Its captain, Laura Vey, was neither soldier nor politician. She was a seeker of knowledge, one who believed that mysteries must be faced, not feared. Her orders were simple: enter the Forbidden Zone again, find the human ship, and scan it closer than anyone before. Her crew of 9 agreed, though fear pressed against their hearts. Remember, Laura told them as they crossed the border into the silent dark, we are not hunters, we are witnesses. Whatever we see, whatever happens, we must endure. Into the void. The zone swallowed them at once. No stars, no signals, only black silence stretching in every direction. For hours, the Starlance drifted slowly, scanners sweeping the dark. Nothing, just emptiness. Then, as if it had been waiting for them, the human ship appeared. It did not arrive with engines. It did not warp. One moment there was nothing, and the next it floated before them. Gray hull cracked with glowing blue veins, silent and still. The crew gasped. Even though they had seen recordings, the real sight was different. The ship felt heavy, as if space itself bent around it. The approach distance 1 kilometer, the sensor officer whispered. His voice trembled. Closer, Captain Laura ordered. The crew hesitated but obeyed. The Starlance glided forward inch by inch until they were only a few hundred meters away. The scanners came alive. Data poured in. The hull was ancient, human, in origin but modified by unknown forces. The engines were impossible, half mechanical, half something beyond science. Energy pulsed through it like blood in veins. Then the strangest discovery: the ship was not empty. The life inside. Captain, said the medic, staring at her screen, there are life signs. Human life signs. The bridge fell silent. How many? Laura asked. Dozens. Maybe hundreds. But they are faint, unstable, as if... The medic paused. As if they are not fully alive. The words chilled the crew. What could that mean? Were humans inside, trapped for centuries? Or was something imitating them? Before they could answer, the ship reacted. The invitation. The hull of the human vessel shifted. A section opened slowly, revealing a dark corridor, glowing with blue light. It's opening, the pilot whispered. It's inviting us in. Fear struck every soul on the bridge. Some begged to turn back. Others argued to enter. Captain Laura's voice was calm, but firm. We came for truth. If we run now, the galaxy will never know. Prepare the shuttle. I will go. 3 crew members joined her. The medic, the pilot, and the sensor officer. The rest stayed behind, silent and afraid. Inside the ship, the shuttle drifted across the void and entered the open corridor. As soon as they passed the threshold, the walls closed behind them with a silent hum. The crew stepped onto the strange floor. The metal was human steel, but covered in glowing patterns no one recognized. Symbols pulsed faintly, alive with energy. The air was breathable. That was the first shock. The second came moments later. They heard footsteps. The shadows figures appeared at the far end of the corridor. Human figures. Men and women dressed in old Earth uniforms, the kind worn centuries ago. But their skin was pale, almost gray. Their eyes glowed faintly blue, like the veins of the ship itself. The crew froze. "Humans?" the medic whispered. One of the figures stepped forward. His voice was human, but layered with echoes. "We are what remains," he said. "We are what the zone allowed to survive." The truth revealed. Laura forced herself to speak. "What are you? Are you human or something else?" The man's glowing eyes met hers. "We were human. Long ago, explorers like you. We entered this place. The zone changed us. It changed our ship. It kept us alive, but not as we were." The medic trembled. "Why appear now? Why warn the galaxy?" "Because the zone is not a place," the man answered. His voice grew heavier. "It is a mind. It chose us. And now, it watches all of you." The escape the crew could bear no more. Fear crushed their will. They fled back to the shuttle, hearts pounding. As they left, the glowing humans did not follow. They only stood in silence, watching with eyes that were no longer truly human. When the shuttle returned to the Starlands, Captain Laura gave the order at once. "Leave. Now." The ship turned and fled the zone. For once, the human vessel did not chase. It simply drifted back into the dark, vanishing once more. The report. When the Starlands returned to safe space, the crew brought their report to the council. They spoke of the glowing humans. Of the truth they claimed, that the zone was alive, and that it had chosen humanity to be its messengers. The chamber erupted in chaos. Some laughed, refusing to believe. Others trembled, fearing every word. But none could deny the recording of those pale faces, those glowing eyes. They were human, and yet not human. Suspense builds. The galaxy's greatest question now changed. It was no longer, "Does the ship exist?" It was no longer, "Are the humans lying?" Now the question was darker. If the zone has chosen humans, what does it want from the rest of us? And in the silent dark, the ship pulsed again with light. Waiting. Watching. The decision. The galaxy was no longer the same. Once the Forbidden Zone was only a shadow on star maps, a place to avoid. Now it was alive in every mind. A human ship, drifted inside it, carrying glowing figures that claimed to be the remnants of humanity's past, changed by the zone itself. The question spread across the stars like fire. What must be done now? The council divides on Vera Prime. The Galactic Council gathered once again. The chamber was louder than ever. "The humans are cursed," shouted one delegate. "The zone has marked them. If we do not act, all of us will fall." "Fool," another countered. "If humans have been chosen, then we must ally with them. Perhaps the zone gives gifts, not curses." "No," hissed a third. "The zone is alive. It is testing us. It will destroy us if we resist." The chamber shook with the noise of 100 voices. Accusations flew. Threats filled the air. At last, Chancellor Drevin rose. His silver-scaled body gleamed under the lights. He spoke in a voice heavy with fear but steady with authority. "We cannot remain divided. We must decide. Will we confront the humans, ally with them, or destroy them before they destroy us?" Humanity's silence Earth, meanwhile, remained quiet. No message, no explanation. Human fleets did not move. Human colonies lived as if nothing had changed. But that silence was more dangerous than any weapon. The galaxy stared at Earth and wondered, are they hiding the truth? Or do they fear the truth as much as we do? Even among humans themselves, rumors grew. Some believed their leaders had known all along. Others feared their people were being used as pawns by something greater. But no, answer came. The voices return, then one night every major world received the same signal. It came not from human space but from the zone itself. The voice was human but twisted, echoing like thunder across the stars. Do not enter this place again. The zone belongs to us. If you cross the line, you will learn what we learned. Tiu. Message repeated 3 times, then ended. Billions heard it. Panic spread like lightning. Plans of warsome empires demanded war at once. The Guric warlords roared, "We cannot bow to humans. If they control the zone, then they control the galaxy. We must strike before they grow stronger." The Varen Republic argued for a blockade. Surround Earth. Keep them trapped. Do not let their secrets spread. The Shalan scientists begged for peace. If the zone is alive, war will only feed it. We must understand before we destroy. The council was split into 3 paths: war, blockade, or alliance. And as the debate raged, fear grew sharper. Every delegate knew one truth: whatever decision was made would change the galaxy forever. The witness speaks. Then Captain Laura Vey of the Starlance entered the chamber. She had seen the glowing humans. She had heard their words with her own ears. Her voice cut through the chaos. You do not understand. The ship is not a weapon. It is a warning. The humans inside told us. The zone is a mind. It watches. It waits. It chose them. If we keep pushing, it will choose again, or it will destroy us. The chamber fell silent. Some listened with fear. Others laughed bitterly. But no one could deny her recordings. The pale faces, the glowing eyes. The Choice Chancellor Drevin raised his voice. We cannot delay. The galaxy demands an answer. I will put the question to vote. Do we treat humanity as friend, as enemy, or as forbidden? The words shook the chamber. The delegates prepared to cast their votes, but before they could, the lights dimmed. The great chamber trembled. Every screen flickered, and then, before the eyes of the galaxy, the human ship itself appeared as a hologram, towering over the council. The final message. Its cracked gray hull glowed with blue veins. Its presence filled every mind with a weight, heavier than mountains. The glowing figures appeared again. One stepped forward, his eyes burning like stars. His voice echoed across every world at once. You debate as if you have a choice. You do not. The zone has already decided. Gasps filled the chamber. Delegates froze. Some fell to their knees. We are the first. We are the proof. Humanity was chosen not because of power, but because of courage. They entered when none of you dared. And now, all of you will face the same choice. Enter or remain forever blind. The hologram pulsed brighter. But if you fight us, if you deny us, then the zone will no longer whisper. It will act. Suspense builds. The vision ended. The chamber was silent. No one moved. No one spoke. For the first time in history, the galaxy was united in fear of the same thing. The council had gathered to decide humanity's fate. But now, they understood something far more terrible. Their fate was no longer theirs to decide. Cliffhanger. Across the stars, billions waited for answers. Would the galaxy bow to humanity's new role? Would they rise in war? Or would they obey the warning and stay away forever? No one knew. But deep inside the zone, the ship pulsed again, brighter than ever, like a heartbeat in the darkness. Waiting, watching, deciding.